Here we are. Once again, we're going to keep meeting like this. So, this morning I'm a Capricorn. We're about to go into, well, not about, but Capricorn season is ahead, and I think it's Pluto has been in Capricorn and is now going into Aries. You know, what I know about astrology, you could put in a gnat's butt, as they say. And, but it prompted me, I'm also a Capricorn rising, and I think, you know, in tarot and the major arcana, Capricorn is represented by the devil. And so, and that's always sort of bugged me because I think that's there's a knee-jerk reaction to that does Capricorn a disservice. So I looked it up, and it was from the Greek. You know, the root meaning of it was from the Greek for slanderer, an accuser. You know, how did we get from there to the kind of, you know, one version of the story has it that this guy will roast you alive, and another has it that this was the brightest angel, but so proud he had to be brought down. He wouldn't bow to man. I don't know that I remember it. But it's also the god Pan, the goat god. And that's the pre-Christian religion of nature worship. And it's all about, it's an earth energy along with Virgo and Taurus. And so it's about, you know, carnate things. So one of the names, AKA for devil, is the father of lies. And as in slanderer. You know, I was trying to think, why would that be the biggest thing you could hold against the devil? Slanders. But I think that, you know, I'll bet you in the translation, it's the teller of lies. I keep saying this. Oh, no, I thought it was Two of Cups, but Queen of Cups, that's pretty good too. So I wanted to look at what is the lie? Maybe that the devil would have us believe, you know, the devil. I mean, there I go. I think the devil is a couple of things. It's the ability to work with addiction and whatever holds us back from our greater good. It's a hard-working Capricorn energy of, I will take the stuff of this limitation or attachment or thing that impedes my growth, and I will find a way to transmute it into power based on, you know, that I'm a creature of this earth. All of us are earth energy in that sense. So, what's the lie, please, Spirit, if you can give us a clue? Ten of Swords. This is an interesting version of Ten of Swords. In traditional Rider-Waite, it's the guy face down with 10 swords in his back. You know, this is like somebody who turns their back on a situation because it's over. And in some ways, you know, they've already left. all that's left to do is bring the curtain down. It's sword energy, so swords are about truth and clarity of speech, of thought. These kind of migratory crows that are saying, now that you've understood some kind of critical truth, you can move on. You can wrap up the cycle. I think somebody's been held in a kind of suspension, waiting to understand a particular thing. It's like the guard at the gate that says, "What's the password?" There's a certain lesson that holds the key that allows you to close out the cycle. Next card out, Six of Swords. I'm sorry, the light is a little ridiculous here. Six of Swords. It is movement out of trouble into calmer mental waters. It's sword energy. It's heading towards something safer, calmer, clearer. So again, we don't get the answer yet, okay? Ten of Wands, wow. Two cards, Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, of closing out a cycle. Starting on a new path, no longer on, sorry. The new path would be Ace of Wands or Page of Wands. This is like, we've gone as far as we can go. My way now is to move forward. Some kind of intense throat chakra thing. Something that needed to be said, sword energy. And finally somebody gave up, Ten of Swords. And moved on. And may have literally moved. They're inspired to go. And it's like, this is exhausted. Okay. Hangman. So I think as this thing, and I'm not sure what it is yet, it could be an argument or a communication, some kind of communication that was bad. It ended things. Ten of Swords, and you're moving on. From that kind of wound, I think that the words that were spoken that really drove the sword home. And you're basically saying, I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm done. Not clear who the other side of the conversation is, but you're done. You think you're done. And then Hangman. This is a water energy, not air energy, not fire energy. This is about emotion, not overthinking or getting communications wrong or failing to tell the truth. This is discovering the truth about what you feel by holding still. You're not on the trapeze or the swing. All that sort of back and forth motion has stopped, and you're at the still point. And yes, you're understanding the mystery. There are rune signs here. And this person's sort of dead center over the circle of the mystery, almost like a cropped circle or Stonehenge circle of stones. And now she understands. He, she, they could be a water sign. What let's find out what. I think it's with what went down. She's processing her he, she, him, they, them feelings about the ending. How did this person, maybe an air sign, feel about the ending? Feel about it. Really not expecting that. Joyful. Hallelujah. New day. Something's been revealed. It's a card of divine masculine. And I'm not supposed to even begin to guess what that means. But, somebody quit pumping the swing. Quit putting energy into making this thing move. It's like it was, I'm hearing dead on arrival, that, so somebody, perhaps in air sign, sorry, this is really bad. Throat chakra, holy moly. Hang on. And maybe rather than fight anymore, Five of Swords indicates some sort of combat. Verbal, an argument often. But a kind of deal-breaking argument, no holds barred, win at all costs. So somebody leaves it. And then all this major arcana work of Hangman's Son, almost like comprehending, but not from a cerebral place, what this happiness is, how liberating this is. How liberating. The same energy as the sun, fire energy. This is like the, if you had the horse in horse racing where they have the horses start in the gate and they're all sort of prancing and dancing in the gate, and then all the gates open at once and they bound out. That's sort of this energy. Having been cooped up somehow. Now embodying that fire energy of release and happiness, of the ability to just life force energy. You're let out the gate and, this is sort of, I'm seeing it as a card of escape, really. You didn't want to fight anymore. You were like, done with that. I'm done. There's nothing more to say. Here I go. And there's this intermediate, because this is a card can be of literal suspension, of nothing happening, because it's happening inside. It's a transformation of the heart, and it takes time. It's almost like a chrysalis energy. And when you pop out, and it's very much a claiming of your own self, your own power. The sun can speak to that ego in the sense of, you know, what this looks like. Here I am. As I think it was Walt Whitman said, I celebrate myself, I sing myself. This, I'm kidding. Julie Andrews in The Sound of Music, which I've never seen all the way through because my mother hated Julie Andrews. But there's a scene in there where she's like spinning around up in the Alps singing The Hills Are Alive. And I won't try to sing it for you because my throat's too weird, but the hills are alive with the sound of music. The hills are alive. And I think it was perhaps a close call. Like you scooted out in the nick of time. And hit the road. There's a real sense of escape here. And then this pause. And then the rejoice, rejoice. And then out the gate, girlfriend. On Hangman, we have the revving up. Boy, we've gotten this same scenario a bunch. This is on the path, the new path, the inspired path. Gaining momentum, waking up from this suspended state of just being immersed in feelings, not able to articulate it or even really act on it. You're just, you've stopped swinging. You're processing feelings. And man, out they come. Out they come. On Sun. Boy, there's so many repeats in this, it's a little bit spooky. And I shuffled the cards, not only here right now, but pre-shuffled a bunch. But we're still at the I was like, let us out from this crossroads. And I think if this is an attempt, like, to make a decision, to move away from this, that indecision, that sword energy, this way or that way, I can't decide. I'm blindfolded. There's so much bright light here. There's so much momentum and a new path, because we have 10 of Wands, the closing out of the old. And then the firing up of the new. And it's literally firing up. This is Wands energy, fire energy, sun energy. Pony in the, whatever you call it, at the gate, before the gate opens. And then it's really game on. This is on 10 of Swords. Maybe it's, the cycle is closed out, we're done, and now there's this question, 2 of Swords, which way do I go? And interestingly enough, the sword energy that was, you were leaving behind, you're now using that same thinking brain part to decide, 2 of Swords, once I've liberated myself from this fight or something that was damaging, which way do I go? Yeah. Another repeat. Wheel of Fortune. you go in the direction of your destiny. You go away from, and we don't really see what this individual is moving away from. Oh, moving away from, well, remember I just opened this with the devil business. What's the lie? If this is the father of lies, who manipulates, who tells untruths. And I said, what's the untruth? 10 of Swords. It's done. Whatever it was that was discovered, it was game over. And the truth is, I've moved on to a calmer place. And I may have even packed up and moved 10 of Wands, this image of the individual. I can't go that path anymore. The karmic path that leads you to where you're supposed to be. You have to meet it halfway. You have to step up and accept this destiny that's being offered to you. And sword energy, which way to go. At least what to get away from, how to get out. So the slanderer, the liar, is on Knight of Wands. I think this is the temptation to stay stuck. That's a really strong energy here of devil. It's many layered, as all the cards are. But this is an invitation, a lie. Stay put, stay with me. It's heavy, it's grounded, it's not safe, but it's insistent. It's the thing that won't let us go, doesn't want to let us go, whether it's a person or a belief system, an addiction. And I think maybe the lie is, and it may be a lie you're telling yourself. You can't move. You're stuck. You're in it. You're in the starting gate. You can't go. You're the pony trying to, all excited and pawing around and revved up. This isn't your first time around the track, as they say. So you're anticipating the gate's gonna spring open, and boy, are you ready for it. And the lie is, I've got a hold of you still and you're stuck. Okay. Anything else about this? They're saying switch decks. Okay. Yeah. Anything else about this Six of Swords, this calmer place? Away from the argument. Oh my God, I don't believe it. Sorry. 10 of Swords again, away from the argument. Okay, that we've reiterated that. The cycle is over. Empress. Another earth energy, like Capricorn. This is Taurus. Some say Taurus, Libra. I just think it's all the divine feminines. It's the creative life force. Well, I think it's going from a very arid place, a cold place, sword energy. The swords can be cold. And yet, look, I mean, having said that, I look at her and she's in this flimsy burnous, you know. It looks like she's on a beach, leaving something that was cold in the sense of, you know, empty words. So she's going from that into this, her own power as a creator and as a fertile ground for, I think, you know, you're nurturing other people's creativity. It might be your children. Empress is in many ways a mother card. It might be by having a child. You know, that's an ultimate creation, which really doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to you, and you know it. So what's that mean exactly? A creation that doesn't belong to you. That puzzles me. Okay, we have a few more. Doesn't belong to you. You know, one of the things about empaths is they feel other people's pain. And they take it on. You know, and that's hard. That's okay. Suddenly very hungry. And we got a bunch of cards to get through. I think there's something about ending a cycle and walking away from, like, the effects of taking on other people's pain. Because yes, you're Empress and you have a great instinct to mother people, to mother your children, but to also mother partners and somehow just take on the pain of the people you love. Temperance. This is protection. I mean, I think you may be doing that, but you have a fire energy, Sagittarius. But I mean, this fire is your friend in this one, boy. You know, life force, claiming your own life, basically. You know, and are you coming at the starting gate in divine timing? It's time for this. It's like, you know, if this is the chrysalis, it's yourself being transformed in this time of, it doesn't feel like you're, well, it may feel like you're doing a lot. It doesn't look like you're doing a lot, but you're processing your feelings. And there you are, flying out the chrysalis. And there, it's again, it's sort of the, it's angelic, but it's also about metamorphosis. It's the butterfly out of the cocoon. Because you're ripe. You're ripe. It's your time. Coming out of the chrysalis. This judgment card. This is like a second chance on, I'm not sure what, let's see. Wow. 10 of Cups. Well, I'd go like this too. I mean, in the realm of cups and feelings, you know, this person in suspension, understanding the mystery. I think of their own heart. 10 of Cups. You guys, you're bringing through some cards here. Emperor, Empress. Devil. 10 of Cups. You know, you have a lot of protection in this. And it's sort of like it's safe now. You know, you've been patient. You've been patient. Another meaning of temperance. You know, you've actually, in fact, tempered certain emotions, perhaps that were hanging on so tight. I think you also, I'm getting, you thought you could save somebody. And you might have. I mean, there's new life here. You know, and there's this sort of perfect balance between yin yang. We have Emperor, Empress. And I think that I mean, I'm hearing you complete me. I think that's a line from Jerry Maguire. You complete me. And, you know, it isn't losing yourself in somebody because you complete me. You know, this is a card of me, of showing up for yourself. Which is a key ingredient. You know, it's like the leaven for the bread. It's a key ingredient. You can't, I don't even know what I just said. You're safe to come out of the chrysalis. And there's no holding you back, in fact, because it's divine timing. And I think there's no more of, because Empress is a 3 card, a 3 in Major Arcana, and this is 3 of Swords, this card of pain, taking on somebody else's pain. You know, you can't do that. It's at your own peril and at the peril of the other person, because if you do that, you take away their pain, you're actually disempowering them. Our pain teaches us. You know, it gets our attention. And so we focus on healing and becoming whole again. You know, not to suggest that anybody in chronic pain, you know, I know a little bit about that, and it's no failure in you when you're brought low. But there is a advice here to conserve your own energy. You know, don't disempower yourself. Don't deplete yourself or the other person by taking on their pain. Empress, 3 of Wands, 3 in Major Arcana. You know, the only pain you properly feel is labor pain. The pains of birthing creative, important creative life force energy. I mean, that's no small thing. And I think, you know, one of the things you're birthing is yourself. That's part of the decoding of the mystery. new life, resurrection, new life, 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 all over this reading. You know, and great fulfillment, because so many cycles closed out here. We have 10 of Swords twice, 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. Yip, the F-E. It's about time. The time on this reading. It's about time. Till next time.